Next time you tie your laces, ask yourself, where did this shoe truly come from? We're about to embark on an unprecedented deep dive, a journey that spans continents to track the entire global supply chain of a single Nike sneaker. From the very first raw material to the finished product in your hands, you'll witness the staggering scale and surprising details behind mass production. This exploration will change the way you look at your footwear forever, so let's start at the very beginning. It's not in a high-tech lab or a flashy design studio. It's often in a field or a refinery. The journey of your sneaker begins with materials you might not expect. Take the outsole, for instance. A huge portion of modern sneaker soles are made from synthetic rubber. This journey starts with crude oil, pumped from the ground in places like the Middle East or Texas. This oil is then transported to massive refineries, often in Asia, where it's cracked into various components, including the building blocks for synthetic rubber, like butadiene and styrene. Simultaneously, another journey is beginning for the shoe's upper. If it's made of leather, we're looking at cattle ranches in Brazil or the United States. The hides are a byproduct of the meat industry. These raw hides are then shipped to tanneries, many of which are located in countries like Vietnam, China, or Italy. Here they undergo a complex water-intensive process to be treated, dyed, and softened into the supple leather ready for cutting. But more and more, sneakers use engineered mesh and synthetic fabrics. These often start as polyester pellets, another petroleum derivative. These tiny pellets are melted down and extruded into fine threads, which are then woven into complex, breathable patterns by specialized machinery in textile mills, predominantly in Taiwan and South Korea, global leaders in high-tech textiles. And we can't forget the foam in the midsole, the part that gives you that cushion and bounce. Materials like EVA or Nike's own React foam are created through a chemical process, combining different polymers and specialized chemical plants. These chemicals are mixed, heated, and expanded into large foam buns, which look a bit like giant marshmallows. It's a precise science, getting the density and responsiveness just right. These buns are then sliced into sheets and shipped off to the next stage. So, even before a single piece is cut, the materials for your one pair of shoes have already traveled thousands of miles, crisscrossing the globe, involving dozens of different industries and processes. It's a complex dance of logistics just to get the ingredients to the factory. Now, all these different materials, the rolls of synthetic rubber, the sheets of treated leather or woven mesh, the slabs of midsole foam begin to converge. Their destination? A massive assembly plant, often located in Vietnam, Indonesia, or China. These are not just factories. They are sprawling industrial campuses that can employ tens of thousands of people. Imagine a city dedicated entirely to making shoes. When the raw materials arrive, they're first inspected for quality. A single flaw in a roll of fabric could lead to hundreds of defective shoes, so quality control is ruthless at this stage. Once approved, the materials head to the cutting floor. Here, powerful hydraulic presses with sharp steel dies, shaped like the different parts of the shoe, punch out the pieces from the leather or fabric sheets. It's like a giant cookie cutter operation, but with incredible precision. For more complex designs, especially with modern knit uppers, computer-guided lasers or automated cutting tables are used to ensure every single cut is perfect down to the millimeter. Hundreds of flat pieces are created: the toe cap, the heel counter, the eyelet stays, the iconic swoosh. Each piece is coated and bundled together, ready for the assembly line. Next is the stitching department. This is where the flat 2D pieces start to take on a 3D shape. Rows upon rows of workers sit at industrial sewing machines, each specializing in a specific task. One person might only stitch the heel counter, another attaches the tongue, and another sews on the swoosh. It's a symphony of coordinated effort, with pieces moving rapidly from one station to the next. The upper of the shoe slowly comes to life, passed from hand to hand, with each worker adding their small but crucial contribution. This part of the process is still remarkably human-centric, relying on the skill and speed of the operators to assemble the intricate upper. While the upper is being stitched together, the sole unit is being prepared in a different part of the factory. The midsole foam we talked about is compression molded. The pre-cut foam pieces are placed into a heated metal mold shaped like the sole. The mold clamps shut under immense pressure, heating the foam so it expands and takes the exact shape of the mold, including all the detailed textures and branding. This is also where technologies like the Nike Air Unit are inserted. The pre-manufactured airbags, which are made in separate, highly specialized Nike-owned facilities in the US, are carefully placed into the mold before the foam is injected, encapsulating them permanently within the midsole. The rubber outsole is then attached to the bottom of the midsole using a strong, heat-activated cement. Now comes the most critical moment in the assembly process: lasting. This is where the stitched upper is joined with the finished sole unit. The upper is heated slightly to make it pliable and then stretched over a mold called a last, which is shaped like a human foot. This gives the shoe its final shape and size. The edges of the upper are coated with a powerful adhesive. The sole unit, also with adhesive applied, is then precisely aligned and pressed onto the upper by a hydraulic machine. The bond is almost instantaneous and incredibly strong. The shoe is then placed into a cooling tunnel to set the glue and help the shoe hold its final shape perfectly. After lasting, the shoe is almost complete, but the final touches are what make it perfect. Workers insert the insole, or sock liner, and thread the laces. Then, it's off to the final quality control line. Here, every single shoe is inspected by hand. Inspectors check for any cosmetic flaws: a smudge of glue, a crooked stitch, a slight discoloration. They check the symmetry between the left and right shoe. They make sure the size is correct and that there are no structural defects. Only the shoes that pass this rigorous inspection receive the green light. The rejected pairs are either fixed if the flaw is minor or disassembled for recycling. The approved pairs are then carefully cleaned, stuffed with paper to maintain their shape, and placed into the iconic orange Nike shoebox. The boxes are labeled with the style, size, and a barcode that contains the DNA of its entire production journey. These boxes are then packed into larger shipping cartons, each containing multiple pairs of the same size and style. The cartons are stacked on the pallets, shrink-wrapped, and loaded onto a shipping container. A single 40-foot container can hold thousands of pairs of shoes, and now the final leg of the journey begins. That container is trucked from the factory in, say, Chomin City to a major port. It's loaded onto a massive container ship, a floating warehouse that can carry over 20,000 such containers. The ship then embarks on a multi-week voyage across the Pacific Ocean, navigating through some of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. It might travel to the port of Long Beach in California or Rotterdam in Europe. Upon arrival, the container is unloaded and enters the next phase of the logistics network. The container is picked up by a truck or a train and transported to one of Nike's massive regional distribution centers. These are highly automated warehouses, the size of multiple football fields, where robots and complex conveyor systems sort and store millions of pairs of shoes. When an order comes in either from a retail partner like Foot Locker or directly from a customer on Nike.com, the system locates the exact carton. The specific shoebox is picked, packed into a new shipping box, and sent out for final delivery. A courier van picks it up and brings it the final few miles to a store or directly to your doorstep. So when you finally unbox your brand new pair of Nikes, you're holding the result of an incredible global relay race. From the oil fields and cattle ranches, through chemical plants and textile mills, across assembly lines with thousands of skilled hands, over vast oceans, and through automated warehouses. It's a process involving dozens of countries, hundreds of companies, and countless people. The journey of your sneaker is a testament to modern manufacturing, global logistics, and human ingenuity. It's so much more than just a shoe. It's a small piece of our interconnected world. So next time you lace up, take a second to appreciate the incredible journey your shoes have taken to get to you. It's a story written in rubber, foam, and thread, a story that spans the entire globe. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. If this changed how you see your sneakers, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys behind the products we use every day. See you next time.